Hola from Raquel,
And Ricky. Today we're talking about tipping in Mexico.
but not who you would expect to tip, like in Canada or America or Britain. People like hairdressers,
Bartenders,
taxi drivers,
waiters.
waitresses.
So we're talking specifically about people who we would not have known to tip before coming to Mexico.
And it's really important to tip these people because either the tip or the propina is the large proportion of their income, or their income is solely based on tips. So this was different for us coming from Canada and Britain, and here's some examples.
So I'm sure there are people that are going to tip more or less than what the amounts that we're going to give you in this video, but this is just solely our personal experience.
And on top of that, we also did a little survey of some of our friends, expats and Mexicans, and asked them what they generally tip. So we kind of took an average of those numbers too. So number one, gas station attendants.
The guys and girls that work at the gas station, they're going to give you a full service. There's no self-service.
And we really appreciate this. And we also like the fact that they clean your windows. So for instance, if they are washing your front and rear view window, we typically would give a 10 peso tip.
And in addition to that, if you're going to get your tires checked for pressure or your oil checked, normally we would give a 20 peso tip.
And the people that participated in our little survey all generally said 10 peso tip for the windows, and if they also check the tires, 20 pesos. So I think that is pretty spot on. So number two, grocery baggers. When we first moved to Puerto, we did not tip the grocery baggers at Supraquí or Chedraui. I'm very embarrassed to admit this. We wrongly assumed that they were employed by the store. We didn't see a tip jar or anything visible,
But this was wrong. The people that are employed, they're not actually employed, they're either teenagers or senior citizens that are working solely for propinas or tips. So when you get into the grocery store and these ladies and gentlemen bag up your groceries, it's normal to tip them at minimum of 10 pesos.
And so the minimum of the people we surveyed, again, 10 pesos. Some people said for each additional bag, another 5 pesos per bag. Some people said up to 30 pesos, or for a large shop, 50 pesos.
But it's really up to yourself what you want to give. Whatever change you have, they're going to appreciate it.
Number three, back her up, guys.
So these guys work in parking lots, and again, this is the sole wage that they receive, the tips.
And they shout at you, viene, viene, viene. Basically, come, come, come. And some of them wave pieces of material, and they're basically trying to get you reversed out safely, and they stop other vehicles and so forth.
This one was a little bit controversial because one of our friends said 0 tip because he has reverse sensors in his car.
But other people, he said 5 pesos, 10 pesos, 15 pesos. Ricky always reverses into a parking space so he can just drive out, whereas I do not. I pull in, and I find their services very useful. Number 4, garbage men. When we first moved to Porto, we were in our yard, relaxing, just enjoying the tranquility, the birds chirping, and all of a sudden we heard honking, shouting, bells ringing, people screaming, basura, basura, and we're like, what is going on?
And this is how the garbage guys let you know that they're on your street or they're coming to get your garbage. And they can literally come any day, at any time. We've had them come at 7:30 in the morning, we've had them come at 11 o'clock at night.
But now it doesn't startle us, we're used to it, and we're like, woohoo, it's the garbage men, gets the garbage. It's a nice thing. But everybody we spoke to tips these guys, and everybody, the minimum was 10 pesos, but it goes up from there, depending if you have a lot of rubbish. Some people maybe would tip 20 pesos, 30, 40 pesos. One person we spoke to said she likes to tip twice a month, 50 pesos each time. So there's a big variant. Sorry.
And you don't have to tip them every time they come, but they appreciate a tip every now and again, particularly if you have excess garbage.
Yep. Number 5, musicians.
And we're talking about specifically about musicians that come to restaurants. So you might be out for a meal somewhere in Puerto Morelos, either on the port side or on the colonial side, and a musician or a bunch of musicians might come into the restaurant and start to play a number of songs.
We really enjoy this.
Yes.
It's nice.
And we appreciate them coming in, and we like to give them a tip of between 10 to 50 pesos depending.
If they play Leonard Cohen, like this guy in the video, he gets a good tip. Number 6, water delivery.
So you cannot drink the water here from the tap, so we get large bottles of water delivered on a regular basis. I think they're 20-litre bottles.
And we enjoy the convenience of having our water delivered to our home. And you see these guys going up and down the streets, shouting. Some of them have songs, and you can whistle for them. We're not very good at whistling. Or shout, yo! And they'll stop, and you can get water off them.
But we also enjoy the convenience of using WhatsApp. We can WhatsApp the water delivery guys. They're going to come. Typically, I'll get 3 bottles at a time, and they're going to carry it right to the door for you, right into the kitchen if you want.
Because we're not getting any younger.
Yeah.
And these guys, typically 10 to 20 pesos tips, depending.
Depends how many bottles you get. So.
So this is by no means an exhaustive list.
I'm sure there are people that we've forgotten to mention, and we would appreciate if you let us know.
I know folks tip for laundry services. They tip DHL guys. They tip the fellows at Costco that help you load your groceries into your car and take your cart back for you. So there's tons of people we haven't included in this video, just for brevity's sakes. But we hope you found it interesting, and consider subscribing to our channel. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and drop us a comment. Until next time.
Hasta luego.